Everybody, I'm Michael Louden. Welcome back to Michael Louden TV. I'm the one recording. I'm actually recording my wife, Kathleen. She has a pretty interesting story to tell. Want to go ahead and tell us what happened to your finger, Kathleen? You can show your finger first. No, hold on.
You got it.
There's. Hold on, let me get in on there. See that? It's all like cut and red. Turn the finger over now. Ooh, yeah, that's pretty nasty. All right, Kathleen, why don't you go ahead and tell the story for everybody what exactly happened yesterday. Well, by the way, Kathleen has a cold too, so she's dealing with a cold and this. So how's your cold doing?
Doing pretty good.
All right, go ahead and tell us a story about what happened.
I was using this blade to cut some onions because I was making more, please. And I didn't put this on the onions. Which you're going to have to put this on the onions unless you don't want to end up in ER like me. And so I totally cut the top of my finger off. Because I wasn't watching where I was putting the onions. Or I had my finger. So I was just slicing the onions. And I sliced my finger.
And it hurt?
Yeah, it's still throbbing.
And there was a lot of blood?
Yep, it took about three times the tissues just to keep it wrapped.
And then what did they do when they got there to help it out?
They looked at it, they said you cut it cleanly off, we're going to have to super glue it. So the clear stuff, the white stuff that you see here, that's all super glue. That actually, for whoever made super glue, didn't think it was actually going to be used in the doctor's office.
Yeah, what a really interesting thing to do to heal a finger.
It seals it, and it will fall off, but I will have to wear a brace on if you look at the table for a week to protect it.
This is the brace right here that I'm holding on to. And it has like tape on it and everything as well. And no, the Tylenol is not for it.
Nope, the Tylenol is for my cold.
That I forgot to pick up yesterday after I got out of work. Of course, I'm a guy, so of course I'm going to forget. Ha ha ha, very funny, right? So Kathleen can't get it wet either. That's why she's holding it away from the water so it doesn't splash, right?
Yep.
So Kathleen did that to her finger when I was younger. Here, let's see if we can turn this around and face me. When I was younger, I actually ended up cutting my finger on a razor, and I was shaving. And you're like, why? And you're like, why did you cut your finger on a razor? It was actually my thumb. Well, I was like, I put my thumb over the razor blade because it felt dull to me. So I wanted to feel it.
You actually?
Yeah, I wanted to see if it actually was, because it wasn't cutting my face well, and I was like, hey, I wonder what the heck's wrong with this.
Oh my God, how old were you in that one?
I think I was like in 7th grade. So yes, just beginning to get facial hair, and I took my thumb and just rubbed it right over it. Actually, it's not this thumb. I think it's my right thumb. And I was about getting ready to go over to a friend's house, and they cut like the entire like middle part of my thumb off, or like the skin of it, I should say, the middle part of the skin. And I put a Band-Aid over it. That didn't stop it. The blood kept coming up, so I took another Band-Aid and put it over it. So I had one going around and one going over my thumb. So that did stop the bleeding, and then we wrapped it in gauze later. I had to play basketball the next day with that thumb like that, so I couldn't like really go up for rebounds, and it was hard to shoot. But I did manage to score 10 points that day. I do remember that. But yeah, I probably could have went to the hospital for that, but didn't. But yeah, it was a pretty thick cut, and I've learned my lesson: never rub your thumb over a razor blade again.
You see that scar right there, Michael? On my left hand, up down the top part of my knuckle.
Yeah.
That was from a razor blade.
That was from. Let's see if I can find out my left thumb. Yeah. Okay. Here's my thumb. Whoa, crap. Okay, so it's like, okay, you can't really see it.
I don't see it. Oh, I see it.
It's like
right here.
No, it's look up at the top right corner of the thumb. Like right up at the top right. There's a little discoloration there. If you can see it.
Right there, I think.
Yeah, Kathleen, your finger's in the way. If it's right there, yeah, that discoloration. That's where I ended up cutting it. So yeah, lesson learned, never do that again. So
lesson learned: if you drop a razor in the shower, do not go and get it.
So now that you've heard our horror stories of bloodiness and stuff, we'll leave you with that. This is Michael Louden, over and out.